Hey guys, quick question before we start. What's so special about the number 7? 7 days in a week, 7 seas, 7 continents, 7 wonders of the world. Why always 7? And look at this image on your screen. Does that look like a cube or something more? Your brain is already being tricked. Did you know the American flag on the moon has turned completely white because of solar radiation? Yep, no more stars and stripes up there. This right here? This is considered the world's most expensive selfie. 3 of the richest men on the planet in one frame. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Charlie Munger. Today, I have 20 facts that are going to leave your jaw on the floor. Let's go. Let's start with 7, the luckiest number in the world. But why is it so lucky? 7 days in a week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 seas, 7 continents, 7 wonders of the world. And here's one that'll blow your mind. Scientists believe there are 7 people in the world who look exactly like you. Your 7 doppelgangers are somewhere out there right now. Oh, and mathematically? 7 is the largest prime number between 1 and 10. It can only be divided by 1 and itself. 7 is literally everywhere. Coincidence? I think not. When a cheetah runs at full speed, it spends 80% of the time completely airborne. Only 20% of the time do its paws actually touch the ground. It's not really running, it's flying with occasional touchdowns. The Bugatti Chiron has an engine so insanely powerful that engineers have confirmed it could theoretically be used to launch a small rocket. We're talking 1,500 horsepower. That's not a car, that's a missile on wheels. Want to know the exact formula for love at first sight? Scientists say it takes just 8.2 seconds of unbroken eye contact. That's it, 8.2 seconds. Look someone in the eyes for 8 seconds and your brain starts releasing chemicals that mimic falling in love. So next time you're crushing on someone, just stare for 8 seconds. You're welcome. When I was a kid, I used to imagine the earth was flat, and somewhere there was an edge, and if you looked over it, you'd see nothing but empty space. Of course, the earth is round. But here's the crazy thing. There's a place in Beachy Head, England, where it actually looks like the earth ends. The cliffs drop so dramatically into the sea that standing there feels like standing at the literal edge of the world. They call it the place where the end begins. If oxygen disappeared from Earth for just 5 seconds, every building made of concrete would crumble to dust. Why? Because oxygen is part of the chemical bonds holding concrete together, and if it disappeared for 3 minutes, every single one of the 8 billion people on Earth would be dead. That stuff you're breathing right now? It's literally holding civilization together. Take a second to appreciate your next breath. Companies don't pick their logo colors randomly. Every single color is a psychological weapon. Coca-Cola uses red because red literally increases your heart rate and attracts attention. It makes you feel something before you even take a sip. McDonald's uses yellow because yellow triggers feelings of happiness and hunger. Golden arches? More like golden manipulation. Samsung uses blue because blue builds trust and reliability. You trust your phone. That's not an accident. You are being psychologically influenced every single day, and most people never notice. If I say Greenland, you picture green fields, right? And Iceland covered in ice? Wrong. It's the complete opposite. Greenland is mostly covered in ice and glaciers, while Iceland is actually quite green with forests and farmland. This wasn't an accident. Vikings did it on purpose to confuse enemies and protect their territory. The original fake news. In Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark tells his daughter, "I love you 3,000. Everyone cried. Everyone thought it was just a sweet line. But it's actually a hidden Easter egg. If you add up the runtime of every single MCU movie, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, all of them, the total comes to exactly 3,000 minutes. The Russo brothers put that in deliberately. Tony Stark was saying he loves the MCU as much as it runs. That's next level storytelling. Think you could count to 1 billion? Go ahead, try. Even if you counted one number every single second, without sleeping, without eating, without stopping, it would take you 32 years to reach 1 billion. 32 years, you'd start as a 20-year-old and finish at 52. That's a whole lifetime just to count. So the next time someone says a billion of something, remember that number is almost incomprehensible to the human brain. We all know Neil Armstrong planted the American flag on the moon in 1969. It's just one of the most iconic images in history. But here's the truth, that flag is now completely white. Solar radiation, ultraviolet rays from the sun, has bleached out every single color over the past 50 years. The symbol of American pride on the moon is now a blank white flag. Insane, right? A cheetah does it in 2.0 seconds. A living, breathing animal is faster than a $200,000 supercar. Nature is the original engineer, and it's still winning. Here is a sentence that contains every single letter of the English alphabet, from A to Z, in one go. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That's all 26 letters, used exactly once in 35 characters. Typographers have used this sentence for over 100 years to test fonts and keyboards. The world record for the loudest human shout belongs to a teacher, obviously. A teacher named Annalisa Flanagan was so fed up with noisy students that she shouted, "Quiet!" so loud it registered at 121.7 decibels. For context, a jet engine is around 130 decibels. This woman was competing with a jet engine using nothing but her lungs and pure teacher rage. Sharks have a terrifying reputation, but let's look at the actual numbers. Sharks kill about 12 people per year worldwide. Terrifying, yes, but humans kill 11,417 sharks every single hour, per hour. That's not a typo. So who's the real monster in this ocean story? When Walmart first opened in 1962, it earned $975,000 in its entire first year. The whole team celebrated. Today, Walmart earns that same $975,000 every single minute. Every single minute. That's the power of scale and compounding growth over 60 years. When a needle pricks your skin, it feels like nothing. A tiny pinhole. But look at that same pinhole under an electron microscope, and it looks like a massive crater. Like a well that goes down forever, and if you zoom into a grain of salt, perfect geometric cubes, like tiny architectural masterpieces. Everything normal becomes extraordinary when you zoom in far enough. On a movie set, hundreds of people work behind the scenes. Most studios only credit the stars and major crew. But Disney? Disney puts everyone in the end credits, including the person who made coffee on set every morning. That's why Disney end credits are so long, and honestly, that's beautiful. Every contribution matters. If you're trying to eat healthy, I have bad news about your movie habit. A standard bucket of cinema popcorn contains around 800 calories. A single chapati or roti, about 100 calories. So that popcorn you're casually munching, you just ate 8 rotis. In one sitting. In the dark. And you probably had a Coke with it. You're welcome for the guilt trip. We've been sold a lie our entire lives. Romeo and Juliet is supposedly the greatest love story ever told. Here are the actual facts. It was a 3-day relationship. Juliet was 13 years old, Romeo was 17 or 18, and by the end, 6 people are dead, including both of them, because of decisions they made in 72 hours. That's not a love story. That's a cautionary tale about impulse control. Shakespeare was warning us, not inspiring us. And that's 20 facts that just change the way you see the world. Which one hit hardest? Drop it in the comments, I read every single one. If your mind got blown today, share this with a friend who needs to know these things. Hit that subscribe button, because every week I bring you facts that make you look smart at dinner parties. See you in the next one. Stay curious.